versus Vancouver, Friday, January 31st. For the best ticket in town, visit TorontoRock.com.
All right, Nick Rose, goaltender for the Toronto Rock. Tell me about growing up in Orangeville, and lacrosse is such a huge sport there. What was that like for you?
Obviously it was something special. Just growing up playing lacrosse with your best friends or whatever. There's nothing like it. Like I'm biased obviously from being from Orangeville, but it's a top class organization from paperweight to junior basically, and I miss playing in Orangeville, that's for sure. But
what age did you start playing goalie?
Goalie probably about age 6 or 7. I think about novice around there. I got stuck in net just because we didn't have a goalie, so I tried it once. I remember after trying it the first time, I was in tears because I hated it so much. And then I gave it another shot and I loved it.
And about what age did you realize, this is something I'm good at and something I want to try and make a career out of it?
That's a good question. I mean, I think just in Orangeville, like that's just what we always think about, is just being a pro lacrosse player or whatever. We didn't really, like the teams I played on, we didn't really compete for like Ontario titles until about Bantam. Pee-wee is when we went A, and then like that's kind of when I started to take lacrosse very seriously. And yeah, I'd say about Bantam midget is where I kind of turned it on a bit.
So after that, you go and play Junior B and on to Junior A, where you had tremendous success with the Junior A Northmen. I don't want to say how was that experience because I'm sure it was pretty good, but what are your memories from that?
Well, yeah, my 5 years of junior were incredible. I went to B. I was kind of on the cusp of making A, but I wanted to play minutes and play in games, and so I went to B for 2 years, and we came close to making the Founders Cup both years, and it was great. I was with all of my buddies I grew up playing with. Once I made the jump to Junior A in my 3rd year, we had a good team as well. We ran into a stacked Six Nations team who ended up winning it all. But sometimes, like that year, I think us losing the way we did, like I think Jameson scored a goal with 0.4 seconds left to put us out, and just the fashion that happened kind of gave us a little extra jam we needed for 08 and then 09 obviously as well. And like there's no better lacrosse years than your 5 years of junior if you're playing for your hometown. It's something else. Anyone
in the lacrosse community who's been to Orangeville knows about the Tony Rose Memorial Arena. That was your father. And did you know your father growing up?
No, I was 2 when he passed away, so I didn't really know him. I've heard lots of stories about him from friends and family, and from what I understand of the kind of person he was, that's kind of who I'm trying to grow into. So,
I see that you have a memorial to your father on your helmet. Do you draw inspiration from him every game you play?
Yeah, absolutely. I think especially in pro lacrosse or pro any sport, you kind of need to find that reason why you play. And my dad is definitely a huge reason, as well as my mother. So I tried to draw on that as much as I can as a little extra motivation every game. So,
playing professional for the Toronto Rock, how is that experience? And I mean, what was it like being drafted?
It was something special. I got drafted here, went out to camp. I don't really remember the training camp 6 years ago or whatever it was, but I know I didn't have a good couple weeks, and I got released and went to Boston for 3 unbelievable seasons. Like I met some lifelong friends there, and it was just a great experience. And then obviously I made my way back here after a short stint in Calgary, and it's awesome to be here. It's just a great organization from top to bottom. It's close to home. It almost feels like an Orangeville kind of atmosphere where you're playing with some of the guys I played with before who are my best buds, and just being that close to Orangeville and home, it's awesome.
Final question, what would it mean to win a Champions Cup this year?
It's something that's always on my mind and our team's mind, so I think that would be incredible if we could do something like that.
All right, thanks a lot, Rosie.
No problem.